tries to go for that one. You don't really ever want to go first item BKB unless you're at a detriment.
So what they have here...
aggro try.
Yeah. Aggro try setup here from BJ to really pressure into OG. While OG have S4 straight in the jungle for his Enigma, and they're letting Jerix take the off lane to, I guess, get some soul XP. He can always hide within the trees to avoid some sort of pressure. FY will probably try his best to stalk him and see if they can bring him down from that tree. But they'll all get a decent share of XP, it looks like, and there's not really too much from BTJ to pressure the Enigma, so he's got pretty free time in the jungle here.
Yep, trade-offs. I think Vichi's happy because they're like, okay, ROTK is going to get free levels and farm in the top lane, whereas in offlane he would be struggling a bit. Just trade off while S4 is going to farm, but that being said, the OD versus the Ember matchup. OD does win that by a good amount. I mean, Ember can farm, but you do start getting pressured once he gets a couple more levels in the Astral because you do just keep getting right-clicked over and over again and denied because he is obviously a ranged hero versus you. That being said, Freeze does get chained under the creep wave, takes a little bit of harassment damage, but with the Astral, harasses Ana just right back.
Bit there. Jerix obviously going to benefit from a little bit of solo farm here, taking away the aggro onto himself, manipulating with the help of that shapeshift, but does secure now his level 2. Watching over S4 nearby. It looks like FY kind of invaded a bit. I think he might have just planted that ward down so he can kind of oversee what's happening on the S4 side of things in case they maybe want to consider a future invade. Just trying to keep tabs.
So yeah, always keeping an eye on him is great. Just seeing how well he's doing in the jungle. If he's low, maybe you can walk in and just get a free nice kill. Just watching if they use the shrine. They now know the shrine was expended as well. OG.N0tail getting just some trade harassment from aggressive bottom lane.
Yeah, you know, he's with Fly on the Wyvern, not known as the best laner. I mean, whenever the curse right there is up, the Arctic Burn, there it is, it looks like curse. Not curse, I know. Whenever the Arctic Burn is up, which is a ridiculously long cooldown, you could definitely put in a little bit of damage there on your opposing laner, but it's a long cooldown otherwise. And you don't want to be spamming out the lane with your splinter shot, so it's a bit awkward at the start for a Wyvern usually.
As long as Fly can do the timing properly where you pull, you get your pull done, you go use your Arctic Burn, pull resets, you go back, pull again, Arctic Burn resets, you keep doing that kind of thing. You can work really well around it as a Wyvern.
Yeah, you can make a good little rhythm for yourself, but BGJ did want to kind of press the Wyvern on the side. It could be a bit troublesome for him, but here, Freeze, taking it to Ana right now.
Going for the double no build to just secure himself the lane a little bit more, but that being said, Ana is actually winning the mid lane in overall last hits, but Freeze does have a couple more denies over him.
Much expected there. Here, obviously, I try to go for potential opportunities. Looks like he did put a level into the poison in case they
First
see
rotation coming out.
to go in.
FY is going to be going for this mid lane potentially, but Freeze has no mana, so he just got right clicks to follow up. So they're probably going to try to just chip him down a little bit more and then walk in with FY.
Force him to bottle, if anything.
It's going to be a really tough kill, yeah. He's already got the Flame Guard and everything. He should be okay.
It's a long stock here from FY.
Maybe
waiting
FY
up
just
for the
camping the rune.
Yeah, 4-minute rune is going to be coming up. I bet Ana might just head up north for it right here. And then maybe Freeze could catch him. And that's when they're going to make their move. Oh, they try to sandwich between. But look at this. Ana turns back onto the OD instead. And that's when FY is going to have to step in to help him out. Looking to time out the burrow. And does wait for it and does get it done. The patience from FY pays off.
That was very good patience. Didn't even show himself going for the rune either. And then, yeah, Freeze walking down, trying to make it look like he's like, oh, I can die here. Ana, go for me. And yeah, that's what happened.
Swing in here at each other here. Jerix ROTK.
Jerix is getting a lot of levels up here, though.
Yeah, I mean, if this was like a core farming offlane Monkey King, it's like, swinging it against the Magnus is probably not the worst thing ever for him. And when the Sand King's not around, he certainly would feel a lot more comfortable.
He's kind of acting as like he's acting as the offlaner entirely right now. Level 4, saving his last skill point, deciding if he wants to be that, just going for the Boundless Strike or not. He's definitely just still deciding what his role is going to be just because he is farming up there, so.
Definitely a different approach than they had the previous game, obviously.
S4,
where he was just looking for
Invis.
setups, but yeah, first early rotation. Normally suspect these maybe when he has the black hole online. You don't really suspect the rotations from Enigma before that. As they hustle in, looking to go for it, he pops out the Eidolons, gets the stun onto FY.
Oh, they cut the tree, the skewer.
But they catch down Jerix here. He's going to be stunned up from falling off the tree.
No mana,
tries to retreat out the other side, but as you said, they have no mana. Jerix, good height to the tree. Go for the TP. Oh, but they ate the tree! Oh, well played from ROTK. That's one of those things, like, did he have the mana to spring after that
He did
tree
have
leap?
the he had the mana to spring down, but he didn't have the mana to TP right away. So he made the choice. It's either I, jump, even though I jump down and I just keep running around, or I just do maybe a slight misplay there by JerAx.
Yeah, it's tough though. But hey,
good prediction. Oh, good noticing of ROTK to know exactly which tree it was that he had to cut.
BJJ had their leadies this morning, man. Playing pretty good. Another strong early game already for him. It's only just 6 minutes in, but
all 3 lanes farming.
Yeah,
very well.
Farming very well. FY again. Hanging through this mid lane, and as long as he remains off the radar, on is definitely kind of scratching his head here as far as his commitments. But here they set up with a prison. Is he going to follow with the burrow?
Here.
Yep, but hey, flying out through the trees. It's going to be a wild monkey man. Turnaround chains play on for FY, and it's going to be OG who get themselves on the board now with that takedown kill. Ana bottling up a bit. Freeze is getting baited in a bit by JerAx here. Does get the finish, bringing down the hammer, and a double on top of it.
Who's
going
baiting who?
for Freeze. Here comes Fly, desperate to make a turnaround, but Freeze says, do you want to go? And says, step off. What a Freeze play there.
That was very well played by him there. Just with a double null, having enough mana, and to be able to just spam out the Arcane Orb enough, building up the advantage over both of them. It's beautiful. A lot of people don't skill the Sanity's Eclipse, so they probably weren't even expecting that one. So beautiful just decision-making there by Freeze. 1,744 damage coming out from him at 6 minutes in the game like that. That's something you would never expect to happen.
Arcane Boot pickup for No-Tail there on the bottom lane for his Naga. Spamming out, of course, your Riptides is necessary.
Yep. FY trying to run away. Oh, FY goes for the blind stun. They're still going to try to chase out. They have the dagger spam, but now they just throw one on No-Tail to harass.
Yeah. Level the song, so doesn't have that available if he needs to bail out from trouble. Like no dive will be committed from BJ's side. Off laners though, we have S4 waiting, parked back here with the black hole good to go. On the other side you have RTK with the RP in his pocket. We do have a rotation up here to the top lane. Look who shows up. It's aggressive here. They may try to make an RP happen. JerAx, oh, he's moving a little too far forward. They'll see aggressive there.
Oh, he's got the
but they're going to
hole,
go, turn around, black hole onto 2. He needs more right clicks, jumps up to the tree, but does not spring back down. Not enough follow-up damage to make the first black hole worth it.
Save JerAx,
but
you know.
It's a heavy price to save your Monkey King, but
yeah, definitely.
That one though is going to be great for VGJ, knowing that thing's going to be on cooldown and they still have an RP to work with. We'll see if they try to take an advantage of this window.
I'm sure they were probably like, Ana TP, and Ana's like, I just TP'd mid, dude. It's still cooldown like 15 seconds. This is unfortunate timing for them, but nice little aggressive play by aggressive, making that rotation.
Well played, sir. JerAx, though, I mean, he's 5 on this, quote, support position Monkey King. Look at his level 6. Pretty dang fast here. Aggressive after kind of tussling a bit. He's also getting towards his level 6. Boundary room pickup for him. ROTK takes to the jungle right now, and
he's pretty huge.
He's going to go right for the blink now after already securing those arcanes. He's doing great timing here. 1,200 gold. Freeze
has his Midas already now too on the OD after that big kit pickup in mid lane. FY getting some pressure down bottom. The mag TP's down. He's got RP if he wants to on the ready.
Shockwave. Oh, gets it. It's only going to be onto the 1. Follow with the burrow.
Oh, FY actually gets brought down.
Oh, okay, well, turnaround from No-Tail will be there, 1 for 1. But No-Tail happy to kind of take the kill at the end of the day.
Just some trades.
And gets a kill with his own RP. JerAx is here now. Spring down to the low ground. They hit him with the stun. There's the Riptide, but a rotation does come in. FY's on the return. Does he go up with the burrow?
Tranquil
yes,
boots.
He does. ROTK is able to add in some extra pot shots here.
ROTK, careful, man.
Ooh, flying in is going to be the splinter shot. It is going to be JerAx getting the last hit on ROTK here. But now they turn it back the other direction. Here's Fly, though. Has that cold embrace ready, so you do not want to commit. Sprint to blast. Okay.
Oh, he actually gets him with
Nicely
that.
done.
Nice play by Fly.
Hits the creep, allows the reflect of that splinter blast. Finishes out with the Arctic Burn. Beautiful stuff there from 5 position Wyvern. Down.
Yeah, very good spell usage there coming out from OG.
4 to 5 now suddenly. Meanwhile, as you can see, mid lane Freeze do his thing. Success, of course, getting that first Sanity's Eclipse gank. Sits high net worth, and there's our new Sanity's Eclipse. Prison, hammer dropped. Ana comes out from the Shadow Realm, realizing he's a bit weak. Can they get the finish? Whoa!
Oh, super close.
Calculated, of course. Ana back home and safe. Going to be put on cooldown now.
He's got a Midas. He's like, ah, whatever. Get out of my lane.
Oh, he's already back, though.
Yep.
Comes right back to the shrine. Hits it up a bit. and we'll be able to get back into action here. Or Black Hole's going to be coming up here in the near future, so see if OG looks to kind of make some use out of it, or if they're content on playing this farming game. You got a Naga, so are you always okay playing it passive, or is there any reason for OG to, you know, maybe start looking for tier 1 takedowns?
They could look for a couple, but I mean, they do have a Naga, so they could just be playing the pass game. But it does look like S4 is going to be going for a BKB, so they do want a team fight.
Ooh, yeah.
Relatively early, away from the Naga. You know, they want to be able to have those 4-man team fights.
Straight Midas, and then read his way forward for a huge power peak and picking up that BKB.
Yeah, we did say mechs don't get purchased, and yep, mechs do not get purchased in this Dota.
Why? Why is that? Is it too expensive? Cost too much mana? I used to feel like it was the, you know, the days of you have to have at least one mech candidate on your team.
Mech was like that, you know, that's with where the patch comes in. Mech was like for Deathball, you want to be able to group up and be a unit, but this patch recently just doesn't make it, it's not beneficial to be able to group up like that. And people are playing a lot more greedy, so it's like if you go for a mech, either you push and you win, or now it's like the other team buys a Midas instead of your mech, and they're able to farm up and take it later. JerAx now committing the ult, gets a Boundless Strike. They get the root onto Freeze as well, and they should be able to bring him down with this Monkey King ult as well. But the RP coming out from ROTK, the follow-up coming in, the Burrow Strike as well, bringing both down, and Freeze with the double kill ends up surviving. Massive timing from ROTK, perfect rotation coming out from VGJ, great response.
Man, we saw that in game number 1. The counterplays coming out from VGJ are just unreal. Quick to be there at attendance for these fights and just make them regret committing altogether on the side of OG. Unbelievable stuff. Going ahead now 7-4. Freeze looking like the man right now.
That was literally like perfect timing from ROTK. Could not have been more perfect for him to get that Blink Dagger finished.
He's doing work on this Magus. I'm starting to see why we don't get to see play it very often.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we saw all through, you know, of course, his runs. He had some great DPL games with it. Stars, but
oh my God!
Since then, being seeing a lot of respect. But
Freeze is already hitting it so hard on this OD. Level 11, about to be level 12. He's gonna have. What's he actually going for here? He has the staff, and then he switched to his Shadow Blade. I was assuming he would just go for the like Force Staff that it looked like he was gonna go for, but he switched his item inventory to Shadow Blade. So looks like he might want to be a ganking OD.
I mean, there is the Naga factor at the end of the day. It's like I always like to say, it's that weed that slowly grows. And then you start noticing the weed, and you realize, do I have to deal with this right now? Or do we have the pressure to kind of be able to nip it in the bud? But right now, working towards picking up that Radiance. JerAx here stalking out through ground. FY very hesitant in the lane. That OG are a bit missing. But wait for the security of ROTK nearby.
As soon as he steps up, he's like, ah, Splinter Blast, I knew it! Yep, Ana jungling a bit, same with OG.N0tail. They get a curse out.
To set up a Monkey King ult, the stun shortly to follow. They hit him even with the dust in between the two supports to easily take down the SK.
He knew something was up, too. He was so reluctant to step in there.
I knew it! I knew I shouldn't have gone in the lane.
Exactly what he's probably thinking. Bottom lane, JerAx steps up and, well, boom! Bursts it down quickly. So it looks like Aggressive's going to be going for the Vlad's pickup. So not stats per se, but he does get the bonus health from the Talon if he opts to go for that. So just Vlad's gives him with the Empower, gives him good base damage upgrade.
Okay, Freeze looking for more. Gets hit onto Ana, but a Black Hole does come out from S4. So we'll be the ones to counterfight on this one. But as I say that, here comes VGJ again, rotating in through this mid lane. Pump fake for the RP, good chains. Stop them in their tracks.
Got clipped by the Midnight Pulse. It looked like he wanted to blink and go for just a skewer. He didn't want to have to commit the RP, but yeah, the ends of the Midnight Pulse actually don't allow him to go for that. But it's like, do we really want to dive in there? They felt a little bit in question. Sleep coming out.
Song. Boy, they hasted FY, who could potentially set something up for TP by this.
180 seconds.
Yeah, it's a long cooldown, but OG.N0tail looking to play this one extra safe here.
I think they can go for tower pressure right now on Vici. They know the Black Hole is expended in mid lane. They know Naga Sleep is down. They have all their ults up. I think this is go time to go for bottom.
OG.N0tail using scan to make sure his nearby is safe. And it is. Well, bottom lane is where the attention is actually being drawn right now. Long dagger over ROTK.
Ana has a remnant down. Not too far away though.
Minute within the trees. JerAx will pop up and above here to scout out the nearby area.
JerAx strong and ult down. Looks like they're going to make their aggressive plan to aggressive.
ROTK might need to turn around, but he gets hit with the stun, so no blink will come forward. Freeze does show up. Too late to save aggressive ally.
Yeah, unable to get the Astral on him in time.
Nice little pick right there. A good setup. Timing together both the chains and the Monkey King ultimate.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to go for a bit of pressure into the bottom lane, but not just underestimating how much damage the Monkey King ult with under the chains can actually do. JerAx definitely, like we said, the last game, he did have some good ultimates. It was just a couple of his other things showed that he maybe has a little slight of inexperience, but this time he looks like he's making a lot more plays. He did have the, you know, the option to as well, because he was kind of left top lane getting all that experience. So
get all of his tools right away and be able to flex them and put them to work.
But still, Vici, they know that these big ultimates are still on cooldown. The Wyvern ult is up, but the Enigma, Black Hole, and the Sleep are still on cooldown. This is definitely their time to try to go for a tier 1, get some aggressive wards down, keep the eyes on OG.
And you got to do it. You're going against a Naga. You got to try to restrict the amount of farm that's available to her. She's not getting involved in these fights. She's about to have her Radiance. It's only going to get worse from here. So they got to make sure they press the objectives in this game. I don't know if you want to risk going late.
It keeps looking like they wanted to go for the pressure, but then they kind of back up. They're just very reluctant because of Fly. Fly is just sitting there, and he's like, "You guys want to push my lane? I'm just going to Splinter Blast every time a creep wave comes up," because he has the Arcane Boots. He has the ability to be able to do that. He has the Mana Sustain.
Couldn't even see him get an Aether Lens just to do it from even a safer distance. Look at this solo RP. We've had enough of your shenanigans.
Yeah, that showed that right there. That's like, you know,
stop it.
This tower is ours. Get out of here.
It looks like they will be able to get it, but OG will respond with their own bit of farm here between the mid and top lane.
The tower is important for the jungle access, but it's also important just to get the wards down. The wards to watch the Naga's movement is very important.
Which they start planning now, yeah.
No.Tail's going to have his Radiance at a very good timing. He's got the Relic about 300 away from that Radiance now.
Naturally, as VGJ will be able to shift through this bottom lane, they'll change their pressure towards the top, and No.Tail will have to go down there and under that vision.
FY top, JerAx going for a big play here with the Monkey King ult again.
Dust. No.Tail just tries to sweep him with the Riptide, and JerAx will be able to get the finish. Almost a solo pick in itself. Wonderfully done from JerAx to set the whole thing up. FY just kind of getting scouted.
Yeah, 1100 damage from the Monkey King ult with the Boundless Strike, just because of the positioning where the Monkey King ult was. If you see, like, when the Monkey King ult comes out, for the position that you target it, there's a spot where there's multiple monkeys, like in the middle, right, smack in the middle, where you do the massive amount of damage. So JerAx actually did it perfectly with his Boundless Strike inside of the middle of those 3 or 4, or maybe even 5 monkeys that are there.
It's learning fast. Probably had some good pub grinds on the hero, but excited to see what to do with it. Begins to scout things out from Vici Jungle as they smoke over. It looks like they may be spotting out RTK, who's going to be forced to skewer to the high ground and make it away from trouble. They will also see the mighty Ancient stack that is there waiting for the PA. Look how sweet and girthy that thing is. They would love to get a piece of that pie if possible.
You said mech was a non-existent item, right? ROTK is picking up a mech next on the map.
Dare say otherwise. Sustain power.
Interesting. Guardian Greaves to be able to remove the chains and to remove the net.
Well, this is as opposed to what would you normally expect to see in that kind of spot instead of the net.
Like the Force Staff. I've seen a lot of people doing the Blink Force Staff, and they even go back for a Midas sometimes in the mags lately, which it's like, okay, the greed is good, as we've been mentioning a lot in this tournament.
Our tower's done for.
Gets the solo RP, but
the Song counterplay is going to be there. That will allow him for a possible new setup. They move for the setup of the Black Hole, and it does connect onto 3. Fenrir waits on the outside, and we'll be able to get the Grave onto Freeze. Can Freeze make the most out of this moment? Drops the Arcane, but it's not going to be enough. They will have to finish onto JerAx. No one goes down yet from VG. As they pop out, they will be able to get the finish on for Fenrir.
No.Tail's getting chased down too.
Finally,
Freeze gets brought down. No.Tail gets brought down at his tier 1.
Not the biggest fight here for OG, considering the start they had leading into it. Now the FE going to be coming out from FY. Will get the finish on for Fly. Re-engaging now is going to be on it, but it's aggressive, slashing it home with a triple kill. Looking to go for the Ultra. Needs one more. Ana hiding within, gets the chains. A re-remnant in. Him and S4. Can they go and get the takedown? They will. Aggressive going to get dropped, and now in pursuit. Looking to go for FY.
The Arcane Rune. Oh my god, Ana with that Arcane Rune in that fight was able to dish out so much damage. All of his spells just always up. Looking at him, 3,800 coming out from the Ember Spirit. That is, I mean, look at it. Look at the spell usage. 6 Sleights of Fist, 4 Remnants, 6 Chains, like Arcane Rune. Perfect timing for that one, but beautiful setup from No.Tail. Instant reaction as soon as the RP comes down. They get a pretty good Black Hole on top. Not everybody was really brought down with that, from a great Grave coming out from Fenrir, as well as, I believe, the mech. Yeah, the mech was out there too, so he was able to heal them up a bit afterwards.
Yeah.
But overall, OG come out ahead in that one just because of that Arcane Rune and the way that they can kind of kite the fight around. And the Epicenter comes out a bit towards the end of the fight because FY doesn't have a blink, so it's a little bit harder for him to set those up.
Yeah, credit to VGJ, able to kind of survive as much as possible through that onslaught, but still do end up going down, but they will make up for it here. Or at least Jerix is going to be happy to get a piece of this XP. Ana, though, steps in, hits it with the chains, looking to take what he can here away from Vici. They spot out Jerix. They go right in, but have they gone too far? They turn around with their own chains play. Can they get the finish onto Aggressive? Jerix hides within the pit, pops out the ulti. Aggressive, though, does bounce back to the high ground. And now it's Freeze, forced to get hit with the shallow grave to try to stay alive. The song comes out to lock them all in their place. They're also weak and wounded. Can they clean it up? There goes the Riptide. The Self-Astral barely keeps him alive. ROTK is going to get dropped. On him in pursuit. Will be able to get the ground on for Aggressive. And Freeze also went down. A total sweep here for OG as they will claim the 4th life. It's only FY to survive here in the bottom lane who, hey, I got to kill on Fly at least.
He solo killed Fly. He didn't even use Epi. Fly definitely wasn't expecting him. He was probably farming low. He just got
maybe
caught.
Watching the other fight too. You know, who knows? But yeah, elsewhere in the world, the real fight that matters. OG clean house in the mid lane.
Without their ultimates there. That was with the Monkey King, which is beautiful placement from Jerix. The way he baited them actually onto the low ground there makes them move into a very awkward position. Maybe it was a little overzealous from Vici to jump down, but the miss skewer really hurts them here.
It did.
The 2-man stun as well from Jerix. Perfectly timed, catches the OD on that, and then he gets grabbed inside of the Monkey King ult. Great grave coming out from Fenrir, but the damage is already done here. And they're able to just reset the fight with the sleep and then the cleanup.
So beautiful. The chains even connecting our OTK. I mean, at first it seemed like it was okay for OTK to be skewed back into the high ground to avoid that Monkey King ult, but as he tries to come in to help out, he just gets locked in his spot, and they just get crushed. Wicked sick for Ana there. OG just taking the reins of this game right back, confidently so. Top in net worth actually belonging to S4 still. Ana just barely trailing behind. Overall net worth advantage going about 7,500 in favor for OG. XP even more detrimental. 10K.
Super hard for them. I mean, with the blink now on the Enigma too, blink BKB, it's like almost impossible for them to really stop the black hole. It's like he has to RP behind him to stop that black hole because RP does go through BKB, but he's the initiator on the side of Vici. So now it's like ROTK has to, they kind of have to change their game plan when they see the blink and the BKB on the Enigma. They're gonna be like, maybe FY kind of has to force with the blink and the stun in order to force some reaction from OG.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they play, but S4 is very patient when he tries to use his ultimates. We've watched many of his clips before where he has opportunities to get maybe 2 or 3-man ults. Super patient guy, always looking for the best opportunity.
Pays off. There is Lead now. Kind of smoked up.
So he's got his BKB now. This is a big peak timing for Aggressive. BKB Vlad's finished up. They've got Freeze with the Shadow Blade as well.
They might spot Jerix here on the low ground.
Blink Dagger on FY too. Yep.
They'll get him right away. Can he make tree up? Oh, okay. Nice little pick off right there. It's a tank of the gank for Jerix. Spot out the smoke play there from Vici. Not the worst thing for OG, but it's a little booster there.
They are playing at a detriment now versus a Naga Siren. And the Ember Spirit.
That's the thing. These, there's still a tier 1 in the mid lane. There's still a tier 1 in the top lane. The objectives have not been advancing at all for Vici, and you're going against this high-scaling Naga. It's still a huge concern. Aggressive pops his BKB. Song comes out, and now it's just Aggressive alone, isolated here. And N0tail is trying to walk him home. Waiting, holding out. Now the turnaround. S4 commits into the black hole, but it's only going to be on Fenrir. On the other side, a Wyvern committed as they spot out Freeze. They'll freeze him up. S4
N0tail gets brought down. This looks awkward right now for OG.
Side, they're split totally apart. The epicenter helps to get the finish on N0tail. Now a drop of the hammer here. Ana quickly to sidestepping away.
Nice remnant there by Ana. He actually dodges the whole damage from the OD ultimate. Now the Jerix ultimate coming up from the tree. Not the Monkey. Oh my god, where'd they go?
Ana just said, get the hell out of here, and blasted him down with a triple remnant. Now FY on the high ground. Can't even realize what the hell hit him and his team. Tries to go for a deny, not going to be able to get it. S4 claims that one, and OG.
Ana's trying to clean up Aggressive right now, too. It's the man fight, and he gets him as well.
Ana's playing a
Ana's playing outrageously good this game.
9K gods.
Let's see his damage. 3,500. Woo! The Veil, plus having that level 18 already, very early. He's level 21 on Ember, so that extra bonus damage from the Veil onto his Fire Remnant. He throws down 2 Remnants on top of them with a Boundless Strike on top. They just evaporate.
This guy gets under the gun all the time from the community whenever he doesn't do bad, but hell of a tournament, I'd say.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a late black hole coming out from S4. Like, he held it for a second, so he was trying to grab the, I think, the Sand King and the Dazzle in it, but FY actually gets his blink out, and then they're able to get the Burrow Strike and Epicenter to clean up N0tail. So they did kill N0tail in that fight, but it costed them way too much. But at what cost?
What? At what cost? No follow-up still from Vici here. You have to press the matter at hand. This game isn't going to get any easier for him in terms of scaling. And with it, as it stands at the moment, top 3 net worth all belonging to OG. I don't know if it's soon to be desperation mode, but there has to be some sort of swing of momentum here.
They still have massive WomboXCombo factor,
They do.
which always can come into play. You know, the PA mag, Sanking, and OD ults, like these 4 can, if they get it proper on multiple heroes, they can still just instantly turn the fights around. So
that has
OG,
to be always respected.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be respected. OG still needs to watch their positioning in these fights and watch the way that they take these fights and make sure that they have the Naga in position to counter initiate with the sleep. The same thing with the Black Hole as well as the Wyvern.
See how ridiculously high Jerix's normal kill participation is, like 81%. Unfortunately, with his Monkey King games, it's been a little less. Him just getting comfortable with moving around and being a part of these kills, but
he went for greed this game too. He went for it Midas too. I mean, why not when you have all of this, all these like massive team fights on your team, and you have the late game with the Naga Siren. So, well, you should have the late game with the Naga Siren.
So that's what you're hoping. Yeah. Drafter. S4 Octarine Core. I don't know if you acknowledged that yet.
I did not actually. He's almost finishing it up, and he's gonna have the cooldown reduction.
Wow.
Ana getting some pressure on him bottom.
2. No one from OG close by. He may be forced to just walk away. Wasn't much of a
blink dagger up.
Re-engagement possibly from Freeze. They blink in. Ana's actually stepped away. Who shows himself with the slight and then says, "See you later." Jumps right over.
But yeah, I mean, Octarine with Enigma is beautiful now with the cooldown reduction he gets. He also gets the minus respawn time. It's going to be pretty hard to play around his cooldowns. Black Hole is already down to 136. Once he gets Octarine, it's going to be 100 seconds, which is very scary. 100 seconds, that's like that's the old mag ult that people were like, man, mag ult seems like it's always up. 100 seconds is not a long time.
That, in this particular game, seems to be like, could be once a fight, for sure. And definitely makes more fight opportunities for OG to go for closure on top of it. Makes it more scary for VGJ to actually come together and finally push forward on these objectives.
I don't know if they're ever going to be able to get to the point where they can push any objectives out. It's starting to get to the point where Naga's taking over the map, just keeping the lanes always pushed in. So OG has all the information on the map. They even claim a top tower. VG is just like, man, we can't handle these illusions right now, even though they have Arcane Orb and PA.
Can likely see VG not take another tower this game. Just continues to progress like this.
Yeah.
Hopefully not for their sake. They put out a hell of a game 1. They're really strutting their stuff here today.
Freeze had an incredible performance so far on the OD in the laning phase. So
let's see if they can be able to bring a little bit of a fire back here. Can't emphasize enough that their WomboXCombo is always something to still be feared. But they are going to have to try to find those opportunities. OG don't have too many offensive wards up here in the jungle, so...
Octarine's so good on Enigma. Man, his spells actually become such low cooldowns, and with his BKB only being 44-second cooldown as well. And his Midas gets reduced too, down to only 63-second cooldown.
I'm sure he loves like all the regen he gets from like the Midnight Pulse.
Yeah, it's a lot of healing you get too.
It's deep ward committed here from Jerix inside the base, while Ana stalked and spotted out FY. Jerix is en route. He may be the one with the detection necessary. He actually dropped the sentry over on the other side, and then they'll finally be able to get the finish.
Beyond godlike. I think Ana went, what, he was 0-3 or 0-2 at the start, and then he's gotten 12 kills since. Very impressive.
That's what people say about like Sumail games, you know, when he's playing that Spirit in the mid lane. Turning it around from a 12 kill run. Crazy. Well played by OG.
Very well executed.
All right, now they feel so good that they're beginning to creep in and start getting some tier 3 damage here. Open up more money.
They are probably just trying to force back the OD. That same play that we were talking about a lot yesterday. Just like show 5 heroes top. As soon as the other team shows 5, then you can start backing up and farming. But N0tail's just gonna do Naga things. You know, he's just gonna go mid, send the illusions bottom, cut all 3 creep waves.
This is when the restriction occurs. They've gotten that noose tied up and they're getting to throw it over the neck of VGJ, and VGJ trying to make sure they can prevent it from like getting so tight that they can't even breathe. They need to be able to make it out from the base. They need to be able to continue to get aggressive his farm and can't get stuck inside. But maybe OG, if they overstep, if they get caught in this precious high ground choke point.
Oh, bottom lane freeze.
Oh,
it's gonna be the black hole.
The black hole is there, and OD will be taken down. Does have a buyback, but OG happy to take that one.
Yeah.
Now
excellent
cross
TP.
country to the top lane, and maybe they can even force out the buyback. Look at this play. Jerix shows himself from the trees with the ulti. ROTK going to be taken down. No buyback. No RP for the defense now. Going to be there. FY, though, going to be forced to step in. Dishes out the epicenter, looking to go for Jerix. Jerix in the middle of the epi, pops out the TP, will not be getting away.
Uh-oh, Ana's got no remnants now.
Oh, no. OG. Whoa. That's a pretty penny to be handing over. Oops. Overconfidence after the OD takedown in the bottom lane?
I think they just like overcommitted, and I think Ana, he tried to go for the dazzle again there rather than just trying to like use the last remnant to just get out. So I think that was a little bit of a misplay there by Ana. Jerex, however, though, with that Monkey King ult, if you saw, he, instead of using the Boundless Strike on the mag there, he looked for the dazzle in the backline. He threw the Boundless Strike, gets the stun on the dazzle, so dazzle wasn't actually allowed to grave ROTK and save him there. So it's really good perceptive play there by him. But yeah, slight misplay there probably by Ana, overstaying and being a little bit over-aggressive.
Gotta give credit to that high ground ward to be able to set up that kind of a play, plus spot out that dazzle coming in too. So good stuff on Jerix. Unfortunately for OG, they do end up on the bad end of those trades, and it kind of breathes a little bit new life here for VGJ. Allows Freeze to kind of get back into action, and back to this bottom lane though. He is pursuing pretty hard here. Fly is going to be forced to fly on back, as they don't have too many OG members nearby to kind of take advantage of this. It's just VGJ kind of pushing things out and trying to give themselves any sort of breathing room.
Yep, N0tail. No hesitation. Oh man, he gets an arcane. Oh, he actually just pings the arcane. I thought he was going to grab that one. I guess he's saving it for Ana. So he's just going to keep pushing the waves in constantly. Same thing that we see all the time on the Naga.
Yes.
Cutting waves, sending them in every single time, and just limiting the map control.
Can they go for the pick on Fly? Long dagger from the dark does come out. Fly is not going to be making it away from here. Can make him sweat for it by getting off the cold embrace, but eventually they will bring him down. Well, up and above, S4 and Jerix. Spot out little FY here. FY super elusive though, will be able to make it into a corner and out from trouble.
Placing a very, the high ground ward from FY so they can watch the Monkey King's movements in that top lane.
Finish out what looks like his own Octarine.
Yeah, he went the Maelstrom and then he went back for the Lincolns, so he can stop the Burrow Strike and as well as the potential Astral, I guess, for now, but majority it's just the Sand King Stun and the Eels right now that they have that are the big targeted spells.
S4 is still, not for much longer it looks like, but still top of the net worth on his Enigma.
Dude, it's the reduced cooldown on his Midas.
I guess so, right? He's like grinding away some serious farm on this map.
No, I mean, he's 5-0 and 7. He's been landing pretty good black holes in positioning.
Oh, here we go. FY again. Caught out a little bit here.
He's just committing the hole.
Wow. Okay, we'll take him out of this. Deleted from the game. Oh, a weave does fly out. RP.
Gets the RP onto Ana. Do they have follow-up?
The Lincoln is there, though. And is popped from the poison. Two-man connection with the Veil. He turns it back in. Oh, the sleep actually cancels out the damage. But it does set up for maybe a re-engagement here, and a Wyvern ult. Catches between the two of them and is actually going to be on the Dazzle. Aggressive looks to move in, but he gets stunned. They will be managed to slash down and finish off the Dazzle. Aggressive trying to make it away with the BKB pop, jumping over to ROTK. They will scoot themselves back inside where it is safe. But they have no Dazzle for this defense. Are OG going to keep moving in? Nah, it looks like they're content. Stepping off and just kind of getting back into, you know, pressuring all these other lanes.
FY's probably pretty happy about that. When they use Black Hole on him, he's like, I have the minus 30-second respawn talent right now, man. You Black Hole on me, I come back up in no time.
Octarine party here for OG, as Naga also finishes hers. So.
And Ember's going to be going for his soon as well. I mean, not soon, but he will have his eventually in this game as well.
Yeah.
Triple Octarine.
Always able to kind of fight. The long-winded cooldowns aren't as much of a factor anymore to kind of play with. So, get too excited with the advantage they have here.
Sure, once ROTK reveals himself bottom, they now know that he's gonna have a Shadow Blade. I don't know if they caught glimpse of it in the last fight because he blinked in and got the RP. He was initially Shadow Bladed, but we might see a gem purchase coming out for OG quite soon. We already see Fly carrying the dust and sentries, but
not very good Roche team, unfortunately, either, because I'm sure they could have just easily gotten Roche now if they wanted, but
yeah,
they just don't feel like they could do it fast enough.
Interesting. Did you see that? He went for the +2 Searing Chains this game rather than the 20% cooldown reduction on Ana, just feeling like the chains have been doing a lot of work this game, and they have. And so it's the decision he feels like he wanted to make this game, and
pays off.
Player preference. Well, yeah, we'll see.
OG now.
It's also that he's been seeing that Aggressive's BKB is since he bought it so early, it's gonna start ticking down. Once it gets down to that 5-second point, you're just gonna get chain shackled over and over again afterwards, and you just get kited, unable to do something. So Could understand why he would be going for that, because that BKB was purchased very early from aggressive.
Fresh high ground ward there from Jerix. Set up for the top lane.
S4 in
BG.
position.
Oh.
He's going for a black hole. He gets it.
He's going to commit in for it. The BKB was popped, but obviously the black hole is still going to be able to pull him in. Midnight Pulse doing a serious amount of damage, brings him down to about a quarter of his life, but he looks to pop onto Jerix here. The ulti comes out from the Wyvern. Can they go for the finish? On the other side, ROTK, though, gets an insta-blast takedown, and N0tail instantly out of this fight here, but they did already lose Freeze. Now the Dazzle going to be going down. Epicenter, and a re-engagement from Aggressive secures a double kill as they get the takedown onto Jerix here. Ana looking to step back and join the side of Fly, but it's actually OG on the run as Aggressive makes his move in. ROTK will skewer on forward, looking to go for Fly. Self-cold embrace, keeps him alive for a bit. Nice little blink to the low ground to make it away here, but they're still on pursuit. Step back, and here comes those chains. Few trying to hold them back, but they will get the finish. Fly's going to get dropped. Another chains, locking down on a triple Remnant going on in, but a quick jump back.
BKB, though.
He pops it out now. He's looking to move in. Can he get the crit necessary to get the finish on for Ana? No, doesn't get it there. Gets shoved on forward. The Midnight Pulse gets the finish onto Aggressive, and then they get the cleanup job on the ROTK. RNGesus not favoring Vici on this day. OG run it right back in. They're looking to go for the 5-man wipe. Can Ana get it here? He will. Yes, he can. Double kill for Ana at the end of that one. They do the full 5-man wipe and finally get Vici down.
Ana just surviving for so long. It was a freshly picked up MKB for Aggressive in that fight, so N0tail gets RP'd and he got blown up absolutely instantly.
That was crazy.
Yeah, like literally in like 2 hits pretty much died, and then the cleanup was coming out, but Ana being able to peel them away, make them chase him forever. S4 comes back into the fight, has his Midnight Pulse up. Now Refresher finished up on the Enigma, and he has the double black holes up and ready to go. It looks like he might want to be able to spend it right away.
Oh, yep, it's going to be up right now. And
one of the mark.
Own up to it, buddy.
He's holding it.
He's holding up to it, buddy. It's okay, though. He's got a second one. Maybe they don't know about it. We'll see. If he misses on the second one, come on.
He doesn't want to use his Refresher just yet because his cooldowns are so low. And now he uses it. He's ready to go.
Gets a grave even. But that's going down. On the tops, finishes them off. We'll be taken out of this one nearly a minute without a buyback.
N0tail's doing a really good job of keeping all the waves pushed in as well while they were doing this fight. He sent all the illusions toward bottom and mid lane too, so all 3 lanes very pushed into Vici's base, and this could be where OG just closes this game out.
Rax's top lane done for sure. Aggressive though back in just a few seconds here, and OG might just totally pull off. Yeah, play it safe.
Pick up their items. I mean, they have 6,000 gold on Ember. They have a bunch of gold on a couple different heroes. Ocarina now picked up by Ana. And here we go. They're going to keep the suffocation continuing. Curse comes out onto ROTK. Gets brought down. The setup for the black hole. Oh, just short.
Aggressive.
Just shy of it.
Wyvern's greatest weapon. Able to use it and just shred right through ROTK and even force out the buyback. N0tail steps in as Vici tried to move out the front door. They're going to catch him with a song. They're going to try to catch him with a setup. Where's S4? Maybe looking to set up a... No, he wanted to wait. RTK could have stepped in with an RP and ruined it. That's patience. Patience here from OG. Jumping in with the chains. Damage with the pops from the Maelstrom here, but OG used that song mostly to kind of zone them back.
That was really nice from N0tail again. I mean, he's doing a very good job of microing his illusions. Like, he slept there, he sent his illusions all over kind of the perimeter of the tier 3 area in the mid lane, so ROTK was actually kind of in a position where he's like, I can't blink, there's literally illusions with radiance everywhere surrounding me.
Ana engaging again, uses up the chains, will connect onto Aggressive, hits him with some good damage, the follow-up's going to be there, it's the black hole to get the finish onto Aggressive, who immediately will buy back and TP right back towards that mid lane. See that and step off a bit.
Jesus, these cooldowns from Enigma are actually insane. His Refresher's up in 20 seconds again, and he already has Black Hole. Like Black Hole was just used like 80 seconds. Like, it just feels like it's coming up every time, and the amount of damage the Black Hole actually does is insane. The Black Hole with the Midnight Pulse. Get an Agony. Let's go. S4. Once he gets it,
yeah, we don't get to see him play the hero very often.
And he's playing it. I mean, he had a couple, like 1 or 2 like Black Holes which weren't perfect, but he's 7-0 and 12. He's doing his job perfectly.
Yeah, everyone will probably just remember that one this hole.
Yeah, he's actually going to be going for the Shiva, so more of just like a safe thing.
Okay, Monkey King ult from the tree line there. Freeze does get the bailout with the shallow grave. Can Fenrir do his best to keep him alive? The Force will also create a bit of space necessary. Chains coming out. ROTK on the prowl here. Hoping to go for an RP, maybe skewer back inside the base. Oh!
Sleep right away again.
Sleep right there as they spot him out. He
Got
had
the
already bought
pressure.
back. S4's waiting for it and drops it down. The black hole will catch the two of them, and then Ana steps in to slash him up. And this could be the beginning of the end here, possibly, as jumping in is going to be Ana. Looking to catch freeze from inside the baseball. Aggressive is stuck on the low ground. He jumps back inside to try to hold it out. A new Grave will keep him there, but then there goes the Wyvern ulti. Certainly putting the nail in the coffin. RTK says we've had enough, and it's going to be OG able to at least draw out the series 1-1.
Damn. Those, I mean, the black holes, just they don't really have a solution to be able to deal with it. He just BKB black holes a target, and they just get focused down. I mean, overall, OG, I think, had a much more disciplined gameplay and game plan in this one. Ana also went pretty ham, you could say. Like, he had a lot of individual plays, which were really good. S4, 9-0 and 15, ending up at the game for the Enigma. Can't really say that you want more from your Enigma.
Yeah, I mean, you have a Naga game where everybody is, hey, Purge, I'm... All right, well, we'll wrap things up as it is right now. Since we have the panel on the screen, let's see.